if you already have a day job but still want to make extra income from home, then this video is specifically for you. Because here is the truth that most people actually don't talk about. Not everyone can quit their jobs and maybe jump into remote work full time. No, that's not realistic for most of us. But what is realistic is actually using the hours that you already have. Let's say maybe during the evenings, the quiet time after 9 p.m., when the day is finally done, or when you have maybe some extra time, when you just feel like this time I just need to do something. So that's exactly what this video is all about. One thing I have learned on my own about remote work journey is that remote work is not only about full-time positions. No, there are actually flexible roles out there, roles you can start in the evening, grow slowly, and actually build them at your own pace. These roles, you can just do them at your own free time. And some of these, they can actually eventually become full-time opportunities if that's the direction you are trying to go. I am not here actually to overpromise you anything. No, what I want is actually to show you 5 options that are realistic, legitimate, and genuinely beginner friendly. And personally, they are actually helping me a lot because I'm in this space and I'm trying to juggle remote work as much as I can. So let's dive in. The first remote job you can do after work is chat support. Now, when people hear about customer service, they sometimes assume maybe it means being on a phone call all day, maybe dealing with actually difficult people. But chat support is actually different. This is mostly written communication, whereby you are just helping customers maybe through live chat windows, email threads, or maybe messaging platforms. This scenario, no phone calls are actually required, and in most cases, you don't need to do any phone call. Here is something that actually works in your favor as someone who is working evenings. You can find that these companies actually operate maybe in different time zones. So when it is maybe 9 p.m. where you are, it might be peak business hours somewhere else in the world. Evening availability is actually an asset here. So someone might be asking himself, what kind of skills do I need? You just need to have good written communication, and then you need to be patient and the ability to actually stay calm when helping someone who is frustrated, because those are the key assets that you need. And where do you actually find these kind of roles? I'll recommend you start with LinkedIn, Indeed, and sometimes you can go directly to the company career pages, especially for tech companies, SaaS platforms, e-commerce brands, and search for terms like maybe live chat agent, email support specialist, or maybe customer support remote. Those are the kind of terms that you can get, and you start looking for those kind of roles. This is a solid starting point, especially if you are comfortable communicating in writing and you are good to answering emails, and you can have a good conversation whenever you are trying to reply to a frustrated candidate or a frustrated individual who is stranded. The second one is actually transcription work. And this is probably one of the most underrated evening jobs out there. Here is what it actually involves. You listen to an audio or maybe a video file and you type out exactly what is being said there. That is the core of it, and that's what you actually were supposed to do. You can find their podcast, interviews, maybe legal recordings, medical notes, business meetings. There is quite a range of content out there that need to be actually transcribed. What makes this perfect for evening? You can do it quietly and you set your own hours. You pick up maybe work when you have time and stop when you need to rest. There is no one waiting for you maybe to be online at a specific time or maybe at a specific moment. No, you just pick out the time that you feel is comfortable for you and you juggle that work. The platforms you can actually start with are like Rev, Go Transcript, and Transcribe Me. These are established platforms where you can sign up, pass a short test, and start picking work eventually. One thing I'll be honest about is when you are starting out, the pay actually here is low, but as you go or maybe as you get faster and more accurate, your earnings grow slowly by slowly. And you don't need to be so optimistic about that. You just need to juggle that work and go for it. And the skills you need is actually careful listening and fast, accurate typing, which is actually transferable to other roles too. If you are someone who works well independently and doesn't mind quiet, focused work, then transcription is worth trying. The third one is virtual assistant work. And this one, I personally connect with it because it gave me some of my first real online work experience. A virtual assistant basically supports someone else's business or workflow remotely. The task can actually vary depending on the client, but common ones actually include maybe managing emails, scheduling appointments, and organizing files. Sometimes you can maybe do some responding to messages, handling social media, and also maybe doing research and general admin support. The reason as to why this works so well as an evening role is that many small business owners and entrepreneurs are actually overwhelmed during the day. So they just need someone available in off hours to actually handle the backload, maybe the inbox that actually piled up during the day or the task that kept getting pushed to be done sometime else. In this scenario, you don't need a long list of qualifications. You just need to be organized. Maybe sometimes you need to be reliable, a good communicator. Let's say you need to be so well by responding those emails and also willing to learn the tools that your client actually uses. Where do you actually find VA work? You can check on Upwork, is one of the most active platform for this kind of roles, and you can also check Fiverr, LinkedIn, and also communities on Facebook or maybe Reddit where business owners post for help sometimes. One tip I can share with you is that when you are starting out, try to niche down what you are good at. Instead of maybe saying, I am a general VA, you can say something like, I help coaches maybe manage their email and schedule their appointments. Or I support e-commerce brands with admin tasks. Just be specific because specific actually helps a lot. The fourth one is something that is growing rapidly right now, and it is AI data rating and annotation. AI companies are actually constantly building and improving their models day in, day out. To do that, they actually need humans to review those content, commonly known as prompts or AI generated responses and data sets. You have to give feedbacks on quality, accuracy, tone, and sometimes safety. That's where you come in. You don't need to be a tech expert or understand how AI is built. Most of these roles require clear thinking. Sometimes you need to have good judgment and the ability to follow detailed guidelines. Some of the tasks might include rating whether an AI response was helpful, check for factual errors, ranking two different responses against each other, or just labeling data for training purposes. When you are maybe in this space and you are searching for this kind of roles, you can use terms like AI rater, data annotator, or AI evaluator. or just a prompt reviewer. Because companies like Scale AI, Appen, and Remotask are actively recruiting people in this kind of space. One thing I like about this option is that it is actually rapidly growing and it puts you right at the intersection of human judgment and technology, which is a valuable place to be right now. The fifth role is conversational tutoring, and this one is especially relevant if you are confident communicating in English or maybe another language. Conversational tutoring is not the same as being a formal teacher. You are not standing in a classroom, maybe delivering lessons. You are having structured conversations with learners who want to improve their fluency, maybe their confidence or their professional communication skills. Many learners specifically want to practice with a real person, someone who can actually correct them naturally, hold a real conversation, and sometimes help them feel comfortable while speaking, because this you are trying to exchange words and you're trying to teach them. And because these learners are often in different time zones, like let's say in Asia, maybe Europe, or maybe Latin America, evening hours in your location can align perfectly with their daytime availability. Platforms like Cambly and Preplay actually let you set your own hours and connect with these students on your own schedule. So you can schedule your own time and tutor your student the way you want. In this case, you don't need a teaching certificate for all of these platforms. What matters most is your clear communication, patience, and showing up consistently for your students. Before I close this, I want to leave you with something honest. You don't need to try all five of these at once. No, that's not the goal, actually. The goal is to look at this list and ask yourself which one fits my current skills or which one fits the time I actually have. Then start from there. Just one evening role, or maybe one evening role done perfectly and consistently, let's say maybe 2 to 3 times a week, can start building something real for you. You can maybe start earning extra income, getting new skills, building a portfolio for yourself, or just getting that confidence that you can actually start working remotely. It doesn't have to be perfect from day one. No, it just has to start from somewhere. If you have been looking for remote jobs, you can genuinely do after work without burning yourself out. And I hope this gave you something concrete to take away and to start with. I'd love to know in the comment which one are you most curious about, or which one do you think actually fits where you are right now? And if this was actually helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, because it genuinely helps this channel to grow. And I have more videos coming that I think you will find useful and interesting. See you in my next one, guys. Bye bye.